Hello Year 3 and welcome to your first phonics lesson of the week. We're going to start by looking at the new graphemes for our new storybook. Our first focus grapheme is oo, 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 oo. Poo at the zoo. Our second focus grapheme is uh, 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 uh. Look at the book. As I show you the graphemes, I want you to say them. Now, let's put them in with our other sound and see if we can spot them. When we see them, I want you to give me a little wave. Well done. Let's try one more time. I'm going to give them another shuffle. Poo. Poo at the zoo. Look at a book. Let's look at our story green words for our new book. I want you to spot the special friends and Fred talk the word for me. Hansel. Hansel. Gretel. Gretel. Munch. Munch. Crumbs. Crumbs. Goose. Goose. Thumb. Wrist. Wrist. Path. Path. Our final word, salt. Now we are going to look at the words and look at the syllables in the words to help us to say some of the words that we will meet in our story. So let's have a look at this one. Clumpy. Clumpy. Gloomy. Gloomy. This is a bit of a longer one. Broomstick. Cabin. Cabin. G-U-E, gooey. Sat in, satin. Up, supper. Our new storybook is called The Foolish Witch. We're going to look at our speedy green words. I want you to look for the special friends and use Fred Talk to help you say the words. Pause your video and have a go at saying the words. Now it's my turn. Follow as I read. Soon, glass, fresh, clock, slept, smooth, narrow, smooth, below, trees, sweets, black, yellow, night, food, stay, kitchen, cooked, looked. Oh, I've got one hiding, which says lunch as well. Now we are going to look at our red words. I want you to have a go at saying the red words, reading them as quickly as you can do. Pause the video and have a go. My turn so you can check. Where, some, they, was, you, said, to, were, there, are, tall, call, wall, of, school, any, there, want, watch, what. Let's read our story. It's my turn to read it to you today. The Foolish Witch. Hansel and Gretel were lost in the wood. Sobbing, they set off along a narrow path below the tall trees. Soon Hansel called, "Look, Gretel, a log cabin." But the walls were not logs. They were gooey toffee. The windows were not glass, but sweets. Hansel and Gretel began to munch on bits of cabin. The roof is the best bit, said Gretel, scooping up the crumbs. But just then, a head popped out of the bathroom window. A tall black hat, a spotty chin, a long yellow tooth. It was a witch. "You look hungry, my poppets," she screeched. "Let me give you some food, and I will give you a bed for the night." So Hansel and Gretel had a very good supper. A fat goose with fresh mushrooms and beetroot. That night, in a sweet little bedroom with a cloak on the wall, they slept on soft beds with smooth satin sheets. "She must be a good witch," Hansel said to Gretel as they lay in the moonlight. But she was not. The next day she was in a very bad mood. She flung Hansel into the gloomy hut where she kept her broomstick. "Stay there until you are good and fat," she screeched. "Then I will cook you and have you for lunch." "As for you," she said, prodding Gretel in the chest with her thumb, "go into the kitchen. Off you go. Shoo! We are going to feed Hansel up." So Gretel sat on a stool and cooked bread and buns and milk puddings. The witch put on her clumpy boots and took the food to the hut, pushing it in at the window. But Hansel fooled the witch. When she asked to feel his wrist as proof that he was getting fat, he stuck a twig out of the window. The witch felt the twig. "Too thin, too thin, she screeched, but I will still cook you for my lunch. She dragged Hansel into the kitchen. She looked at Gretel spooning salt into the pot. I will cook you as well. Get into the oven. I will fool the witch too, said Gretel to herself. To the witch, she said, I can't get in. You must show me the best way to do it. So the witch stooped and stuck her head into the oven. Quick as a flash, Gretel pushed her in from behind so that she fell right in. Gretel grinned as she slammed the oven shut. She called Hansel and they ran and ran and ran right away from the cabin into the woods and the wicked, wicked witch. So let's have a look and see what some of these words that we met in our story today might mean. So one of the words that we met in our story was sobbing, and sobbing means crying. Can you say the word sobbing? Sobbing, sobbing, sobbing. Another word we met in our story today was log cabin. And a log cabin is a small wooden house. Can you say the word log cabin? Log cabin, log cabin, log cabin. Another word we met in our story was scooping. And scooping means to pick something up. So in this picture, we're scooping up some water. Can you say the word scooping? Scooping, scooping, scooping. Another new word we met in our story today was gloomy. And gloomy means dark and miserable. So this is a dark and miserable day. Gloomy, gloomy, gloomy. Another word we met was clumpy, which means big and heavy. And the witch had clumpy boots, which were big and heavy. Another word we met was stooped, and stooped means bent over. And our final new word was quick as a flash, which means very, very fast. Quick as a flash, quick as a flash, quick as a flash. I'd like you to choose one of the words and have a go at writing that in a sentence for me. Well done, Year 3. See you in our next lesson.